Hey all y'all. I just had a good morning today. I wanted to show you my trade. Now, this is an old system I developed, which man, I still love. I should really look into making this more of my trading plan. It is a spread trading system. It's buy one and sell another. Now, most of you are familiar with going long in an instrument or going short in an instrument, but this indicator, really it's an indicator, but it's also a trading system, is the advantage here is it shows you if you were to go long one and short another, and this is the net equity between those two positions. And these blue candles are basically if you were to have bought 3 coppers and sold 2 silver contracts, this is the equity change of those two on a minute by minute basis as we go through the day. And I love trading spreads. You probably don't realize this, but if you're long one and short another instrument, you're in a spread position. And the idea here is to uh, look for spreads that are related to one another. You could trade spreads that are not related to one another, but I trade them if there's a high correlation between two instruments. That means they oscillate together, they move together. Now, there might be times when they become divergent for a while, but then they come back to one another. And that's what silver and copper do to one another. And this is basically, this graph shows how they oscillate in their value. And again, I did go with an option of 3 coppers and short 2 silvers. So you can add sort of like a weighting to it, a weight to these graphs. And I do that because copper tends to move in a greater range than silver does. So you want to kind of try and account for that difference. So what I have here in my BOSA system, and let me pull this in a little bit because it's off the chart. BOSA is a system where we look at these two ranges, these two instruments together, and we give a historical prediction, which is this red line. So this red line shows that over the past, I think I've got about 2 weeks of data, the spread has actually been below this midline. The yellow line is a midline, and the spread is actually historically in the last couple of 2 weeks or so, it's been down here. So that tells me that this spread is overbought up here. It's too high, and the value should really, and typically in the last 2 weeks, is down here in this red area. And this is since I know what prices have been in the last 2 weeks, I can calculate this red line difference from the yellow. So when I came into the market this morning, I saw this. I saw the red was going down, expected to go down, and I saw the market had moved up here, and it was going back up into that same area where it sold off. And that's when I took a short position. So I actually put in basically a limit entry to go short here. And I held on. We had a little heat. I had about $500, $600 of heat in this direction. And then we did tank, and you can see it actually broke through this line, this drawn line here, that 949. That shows you where I went short and where I exited. So I got 949. So it's showing 827, but that's actually because I had a negative 123 trade before this. So the net equity is 827. Um, One other thing is these colored bands here, every one of them, the grid is $500 in equity. So uh, black to, this area is 500, this area is 500, this area is 500. So you can see where the equity value is there, okay? So I was actually considering buying down here, but since the market was down today, this might be a good place to sell because we still have sell pressure going down. But let me show you how this relates to a chart of silver. So this is a silver chart from today. So silver, as mentioned in the spread, I go long 2 contracts of silver. So I actually bought it here at about 842 or something. And I bought it, and this is what silver did. Silver tanked right off the bat. So in 12 minutes, 10 minutes, I was down, this was $1,300 in two contracts, right? So I was down 1,300, but copper did not go down. So that's where my copper went up, I think $1,000, 800, I think. So my net position was pretty good. I didn't have that much heat. Then silver rallied, and silver rallied really strongly. I was considering exiting out here, but I held on, and eventually I did exit out here when one contract was 525. So two contracts I got out for positive 1050. Now let's go and take a look at the same time period for copper. Let's go over to the copper chart. Then here's what copper did. Now I went short three contracts. So when silver tanked, and I just showed you that, copper tanked, and that was good because I was up three contracts here to $1,000, right? Three times 337. So I was up 1,000 there. I was down about what was that? I think about 1,600 in silver. But then silver rallied, did great. Copper rallied a little bit, but then copper sold off, and when it got to this round number level, shot down, and my net equity went up, and that's reflected here. I gained money on the short. You can think of it like this moves up, okay, when either silver moves down or copper moves up. So if copper is moving up, the spread will go up because I'm long copper. If silver goes down, the spread value will increase because I'm short silver. So that's what happened. I had a nice trade today. I'm up 827. I think I'm done for the day. Um, if you have any questions about the BOSA system, be more than happy to discuss them with you. It's been a great morning, and let me know if you have any questions.